I have been sitting here thinking about this team, and honestly, the news that Quinshon Judkins is officially cleared for training camp is the spark we needed. Our standout running back is fully recovered from that gruesome ankle injury and ready to anchor Todd Monken's offense. This matters because his health is the linchpin for an offense already facing a massive quarterback battle and a total identity shift. There are two angles to this update: the medical reality of his return and what it means for our backfield rotation. This situation is evolving fast, so smash the like button and sound off in the comments below. Let's dive in. Cleveland Browns running back Quinshon Judkins is expected to be fully cleared for the start of training camp this Friday, July 31st. This is a massive relief for our team after Judkins suffered a dislocated right ankle and a fractured fibula during last December's game against the Buffalo Bills. Selected in the second round of the 2025 NFL Draft, the former Ohio State star became an immediate focal point for us. During his 14 appearances, he racked up 998 total yards and 7 touchdowns, including 827 rushing yards on 230 carries. And I cannot stress this enough, seeing him healthy is vital as we enter our first season under new head coach Todd Monken. The fan base has been holding its breath since that injury occurred, as the transition to a new offensive scheme requires our most reliable playmakers to be on the field from day one. It hits home for us because Judkins represents the grit we expect from a feature back in this system. While the depth chart includes Dylan Sampson, Raheem Sanders, and Amani Marshall, Judkins is clearly in line to handle the primary workload once again. However, his return to health does not solve the deep uncertainty currently gripping the locker room during this pivotal training camp period. While we celebrate his recovery, we have to address the massive elephant in the room regarding the state of our offense under this new coaching regime. With training camp set to begin in just a few days, the front office still has not settled the most important position on the roster. We know Judkins is ready to run the ball, but who exactly will be handing it to him when the regular season arrives? And how will that decision impact the synergy of our new-look offense? The most startling reality for our roster this summer is that Quinshon Judkins is officially cleared for training camp despite suffering a dislocated right ankle and a fractured fibula during last December's matchup against the Buffalo Bills. This recovery is vital because we need that same production he provided during his rookie season, where he amassed 998 total yards and 7 touchdowns across 14 games. After being selected in the second round of the 2025 draft, Judkins proved he could handle a heavy workload, recording 230 carries for 827 rushing yards and adding 26 catches in the passing game. Let's be real, seeing a young star return from such a severe lower body injury often creates anxiety for us fans who remember past seasons ruined by health setbacks, yet the organization is banking on him reclaiming the starting role immediately. Behind the scenes, the front office and new head coach Todd Monken are clearly prioritizing speed and versatility to reshape this offense, especially with the addition of rookie wideouts Casey Conception and Denzel Boston. Jimmy Haslam and the coaching staff are likely viewing Judkins as the anchor for an attack that needs to stay balanced, while the quarterback competition between Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders sorts itself out. Having a reliable runner is the ultimate security blanket for a team in transition, and his presence provides much-needed stability as we pivot away from the previous era. While it remains to be seen how the offensive scheme will evolve under Monken, having a playmaker with his resume back on the field by July 31 is the best possible news we could have hoped for. With the defensive changes following the trade to the Los Angeles Rams, the pressure is mounting on our offense to control the clock and keep the scoreboards moving throughout the grueling 2026 campaign ahead. Now that we have covered the injury report, we must look closer at the tactical implications for our squad. What nobody is talking about is how the full recovery of Quinshon Judkins fundamentally stabilizes our transition into the Todd Monken era. This matters right now because a healthy running back is the ultimate safety net for an offense currently managing the uncertainty of a quarterback competition between Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders. With Judkins cleared for the July 31st start of camp, the coaching staff gains the necessary consistency to install a balanced offensive scheme without constantly adjusting for personnel gaps. This shifts our depth chart significantly as Judkins resumes his primary role, forcing Dylan Sampson, Raheem Sanders, and Amani Marshall to battle for secondary rotational spots. Integrating rookie targets like Quinshon and Denzel Boston becomes much easier when the ground game serves as a reliable anchor, especially with a fresh face like Spencer Fano securing the left side of our line. Looking ahead to our schedule, having a proven runner who amassed 998 total yards and 7 touchdowns in just 14 games is vital for controlling the clock during high-pressure road matchups. While our defensive unit undergoes a massive transformation following the departure of Myles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams, our offensive identity must remain steady to keep us competitive within the division. Even with Jared Verse arriving to bolster the pass rush, our overall playoff hopes hinge on whether we can protect the ball and sustain drives through our running game. By securing a clean bill of health for our star back, we are better positioned to navigate these early adjustments and keep our postseason aspirations alive. As Cleveland Browns fans, we have seen how important stability is for a new coaching staff, and having a locked-in starter in the backfield is the perfect way to begin this season. Seeing Quinshon Judkins return to the field at full strength is an incredible boost for our offense as we enter this crucial training camp. The upside here is clear because Judkins proved his worth during his rookie season by racking up 998 total yards and 7 touchdowns in just 14 games, showing a rare blend of power and patience that fits Todd Monken's vision perfectly. Now here's the thing about the counter-argument. While his return is positive, there is significant risk in relying on a player coming off a dislocated ankle and a fractured fibula. An injury of that nature can linger, and even with a full recovery, regaining the explosive agility required for the running back position often takes time. Many analysts around the league are debating how this backfield will shake out as the season approaches. Sources indicate that while Judkins is positioned as the primary starter, there is a clear menu of options behind him, including Dylan Sampson, Raheem Sanders, and Amani Marshall, all of whom are vying for significant snaps to keep the rotation fresh. It feels like a crowded room, and some national media pundits are suggesting that a committee approach might be the safer path to preserve the health of our key starters. Here is where I land on this. I honestly think the skepticism surrounding the health of his ankle is a bit overblown. Having watched his grit during his first year, I believe he will hit the ground running without hesitation once the pads start popping. While it is smart to keep the depth chart competitive with players like Sanders and Sampson, we have to trust our primary weapon to handle the heavy workload. If he stays on the field, the balance he brings to our new-look offense will be the foundation for everything we hope to accomplish this year. When we weigh the return of Quinshon Judkins against the massive shift in personnel and leadership, the reality is that the Browns are entering a transition period defined by calculated risk and new potential. Think about it this way. This franchise is intentionally pivoting toward a fresh identity under Todd Monken. And while the departure of Myles Garrett to the Rams leaves a noticeable void, the infusion of young talent like Quinshon, Denzel Boston, and Spencer Fano suggests the organization is betting on a long-term rebuild rather than a quick fix. As Cleveland Browns fans, we should feel cautiously optimistic heading into this training camp. We are watching the team clear the deck to establish a sustainable system, and seeing a playmaker like Judkins fully ready after his 998 total yard season is the kind of stability we desperately need while the quarterback competition between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders sorts itself out. The upcoming weeks will be critical for determining how these pieces fit together under a new scheme. It is a time for patience as the roster finds its chemistry. If we look at the core of the offense, the reliance on a healthy Judkins paired with such a deep group of rookie receivers shows that the front office is focused on versatility. The success of this team now rests on how quickly these new arrivals can translate their potential into production on the field. Given the high stakes of the quarterback battle, which signal caller do you trust more to lead this offense to the playoffs? Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Dawg Pound. I'll see you in the next one.